Fume hoods are essential safety devices in chemical laboratories. Used correctly, they protect you from harmful vapors, dusts, and fumes. This video will guide you through the proper operation and best practices for using a laboratory fume hood. A fume hood is an engineering control which protects users against exposure to volatile chemicals, toxic gases, and other airborne hazards. A fume hood works by drawing air away from the user and inside the hood. Once there, exhaust systems take the air upwards and out of the lab space. In addition to the well-known exhaust in the top of a fume hood, there is also ventilation along the bottom edge of the back wall, which works to pull the air backwards. Both ventilation paths must be clear in order for a fume hood to work properly. When the crucial back vents are blocked by clutter or reaction setups, the fume hood will not function properly, possibly resulting in the user being exposed to airborne hazards. Decluttering and moving machinery away from the vents along the back edge of this fume hood drastically improves the ventilation. Another vital component of a fume hood's design is the hood sash. Sashes should be kept below 18 inches from the countertop. When the sash is raised above this mark, volatile chemicals and other airborne hazards can escape the fume hood and enter the larger lab area. It is recommended to keep the sash as low as practical for the work being done inside of the fume hood. Even when a fume hood is working correctly with no disturbances introduced to the exhaust system, the users must still follow proper procedures to remain protected from airborne hazards. All work being done in a fume hood should be performed at least 8 inches from the edge. This ensures that the ventilation will adequately remove any hazardous chemicals and capture dust. Never place your head inside of the fume hood, and never override hood alarms or disable airflow monitors. Additionally, while the sash can protect against some accidental splashes originating from inside the fume hood, it is not a replacement for wearing eye protection, especially as safety goggles protect you from laboratory activities occurring elsewhere in the lab. Additionally, the hood sash should never be used as a protective measure against possible projectiles. Vertical safety sashes provide extra protection from splashes resulting from reaction mishaps. However, they are not able to adequately protect a user from projectiles. When working with substances or procedures which have an explosive hazard, always use a blast shield inside of the fume hood. Remember that in a laboratory setting, hazards are not always visible or otherwise detectable. You should always inspect a fume hood before use. Check the flow meter. The flow should be between 80 to 120 feet per minute. Confirm the sash is in the proper working condition and check for any clutter or blocked airflow paths. Finally, never assume that a fume hood will protect you from every hazard. Always use appropriate PPE. Thank you for watching, and remember to always contact HSRM with any safety questions or concerns.